My name is Aaron. I'll be taking you through today's Learn with Google webinar. Today we'll be covering the third in our six-part series of enhanced campaigns, which is the 202 session on upgraded site links and call extensions. Acknowledging that we have people on the line from a few different backgrounds at different stages of the technical understanding. So I'll make sure that we cover the nuts and bolts of our overview of enhanced campaigns, as well as how we can provide greater tools with enhanced campaigns to help you with better and stronger audience targeting capabilities. Joining me today is a colleague of mine, Dushan Farrington, who is our mobile search regional product expert, who will help field some of our more technical questions as we work through today's session. Before I get started, though, I wanted to highlight a couple of quick housekeeping items. So throughout today's session, if you have any questions about any information that's presented, please refer to the Q&A text box at the lower part of your screen. Dushan and I will do our very best to address all of the questions. In the event, though, that we run out of time, please rest assured that we will actually get back to you directly with our questions. So just ensure that a question is worth documenting. We'll make sure we get back to you. For those of you who are having any technical issues with sound or images on the screen, please feel free to add this into the Q&A section as well. Our administrator will help you with any technical issues right away. And finally, at the end of today's session, we have a quick survey for you to complete. It would be really helpful as us as Google trainers for you to fill out and take the 2 minutes to do this survey, just so we can make sure that we're being more productive with our forward-coming sessions for EC as well. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So today, as I said, we'll begin with reiterating the enhanced campaigns overview, and then we'll cover a deep dive on upgraded call extensions, followed by another deep dive on upgraded site links. These are our 3 points for today, and we'll cover these in the 3 sections upcoming. Okay, so let's touch on the motivation behind enhanced campaigns. Why are we making these changes, and why now? The folks online who've joined in other webinars will be familiar with this story, but for those that are joining us for the first time, enhanced campaigns is basically helping us build and help advertisers to maximize performance in today's constantly connected world. So capturing new opportunities while, I guess, taming the new complexities when it comes to targeting consumers in the digital world as well. So it's about identifying new marketing opportunities that, I guess, help us as advertisers as well in reaching out and connecting with customers in the right user context. Basically, how we can help them find answers to their questions 24 hours a day, regardless of which device they're actually connecting on and which device they're demonstrating any intent on when it comes to purchasing. So as I said, it's about being across all devices. Consumers are no longer confining searches to specific devices, making targeting far more complex than it used to be. It's now become critical to reach consumers in the moments that matter the most. So in the moments that matter with enhanced campaigns, we're talking about smarter ads optimized for varying user contexts, so powerful marketing tools as well in a multi-device world, and advanced reports to measure new conversion types. So when we talk about smarter ads, we're talking about the ability to show the right creative, site link, app, or extension based on user context or device capabilities. An example of this might be show store locator for consumers on mobile during business hours, for example. When we talk about powerful tools for a multi-device world, we're talking about the ability to manage bids across devices, location, and time. An example might be bid higher for customers on mobile who are within half a mile of a store, for example. Or if it's a Pan-Southeast Asia campaign you're managing, bid higher for mobile customers in particular markets where you've got greater traction based on your campaign optimization report. And finally, advanced reporting to measure new conversion types. It's the ability to track new conversion types such as calls and digital downloads or even app downloads. So consider calls over 3 minutes as a conversion, for example. So smarter ads for varying user contexts. So basically, it's a case of identifying the need to actually upgrade and make things more robust from a campaign management perspective. So if we actually go through this, it's the ability to show the right creative, site link, or extension based on user context and device capabilities. To address the new features that are being built into this, we have customized messages on mobile to show headlines, add text, URLs, and extensions that target users on the go. Again, it's identifying that user context. Scheduled extensions, so set extensions to appear only during certain times of the day or on mobile devices. So scheduling refers to day part scheduling. And then upgraded and new extensions, we have app extensions, which we covered in our last session, 201. Upgraded site links are now landing, upgraded call extensions, and new offer extensions, which we'll cover in our next session on the 19th next week. So going a little deeper on upgraded site links and upgraded call extensions, today these will be our core focus of what we take you through in the webinar. Okay. That concludes our overview of enhanced campaigns. We'll move on to our deep dive on upgraded extensions now. There are a few different ways you can generate phone calls with mobile ads. When an advertiser uses click-to-call ads with call extensions and location extensions, we see an average click-through rate increase of around 6 to 8%. In general, we see calls doing really well on mobile. Right now, we're doing more than 27 million calls a month in average in terms of what our advertisers are actually producing. As a quick refresher on the ways click-to-call can show on mobile, here, notice the call button within the ad copy. This will only show on mobile devices, not on desktop and tablet. When we get more specific about the creative itself, here's what call extensions look like on desktop and tablet devices. Mobile numbers will show in desktop and tablet ads, displaying the number in the ad as per these two examples. Later in the year, we'll be able to build in further adaptations to enhanced campaigns with the launch of mobile preferred option, making the extensions mobile only. So when it comes to call extensions as they stand, what's improved? When it comes to creation, with the current legacy campaigns, call extensions could only be created at the campaign level. With enhanced campaigns, this can now be done at campaign or ad group level. With scheduling, now advertisers can feature their ad at times when the opportunity to convert customers is at its highest. For example, a fast food restaurant that does lunchtime deliveries between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. can schedule specific ads during these hours and alternative ads outside of these hours, all under the same campaign. Yet to launch in Southeast Asia and APAC are new ways that we can actually build reporting when it comes to calls as conversions. Currently, this is an opportunity that we're rolling out in parts of the US. We, at the moment, don't actually have 100% clarity on when this will land in Southeast Asia, but when we do, we'll make sure we roll out this update as well. But just to give you an example of the pending improvements that are actually going to be built into enhanced campaigns up to now as well. Pricing of call extensions for enhanced campaigns will be removed on PC and tablet ads, and the standard CPC will continue to apply for mobile. And finally, mobile number focus lets call extensions show on devices consistently. So these are the core things that are actually being built into call extensions. Just to be 100% explicit, on the left side of this slide is how things exist on the legacy campaigns, and on the right side is how we see improvements occurring under enhanced campaigns. Brand new capabilities that haven't been available before now. Okay, so scheduling extensions to improve relevance. So just to give you a bit of user context, I'll provide an example here. So in this example, let's take Dave's scooter repair shop. Dave is a lighter kind of summer trading, has lighter summer trading hours of around 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So between these hours, referring to the left-hand side of this scenario, Dave is running mobile search ads with call extensions directly to his business line. However, after hours, when he doesn't want to actually receive a call and he's having more fun, I don't know, down at the beach, Dave defers all of his calls, or rather, instead of placing calls, to his M site, so his mobile site, meaning that under the same campaign, he can develop two different types of creative based on the day part and the scheduling extension he's applied to that creative. So the same example can be applied to a call center with specific contact hours during a day of the week. Call extensions provide a compelling alternative where businesses or an advertiser has no M site. So in lieu of pushing people to an M site, this actually provides quite a compelling alternative to manage customer engagement with brands. Okay, so adding upgraded call extensions. These next few slides are basically going to give you more of a user interface understanding of how Enhanced Campaigns is built in its new applications, I suppose. So using this example, once you've upgraded an Enhanced Campaign, you need to let the Google system know that you want to run a new enhanced call extension. It'll be possible to run the old call extension until the full launch of Enhanced Campaigns in the second half of this year, right? So up until the 30th of June. So go to the Add Extension tab. In the upper corner, select View Call Extensions. From the drop-down menu, then Upgraded from the adjacent menu. When it says Not Upgraded in this screenshot, where it says Not Upgraded in this screenshot, click on the Edit option and you'll be taken to a form with a ticker showing extensions that you previously set up. You can either select one of these or create a new extension altogether. So all the way through this UI, there are prompts that actually help you navigate through the overall system to make it as user-friendly as possible. Okay, so going deeper on this example, this is the form that appears once you opt to add a new extension. Choose whether you'd like to add your ad to include both your mobile number, your phone number, or your website, or just your phone number. This option only affects mobile devices. Let's take a closer look at the new scheduling option with this extension. Here we have selected to show the extension of the whole of March, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can tailor this so you only show a contact number when your call center is open to answer calls. So again, this shows you the UI version of the exact same example I showed you before with Dave's scooter repair shop. So going to phone numbers in ads policy change, some advertisers include a phone number in the first or second line of their ad text. This may have been necessary in the past for advertisers who desired to show a phone number in ads, but now with the call extensions and location extension, we have a consistent format for advertisers to use to show their phone number. With this new policy, advertisers will no longer be allowed to include phone numbers in their ad text except through call extensions or location extensions. This is probably our most important fact with this piece of information. Keep in mind that with Enhanced Campaigns and upgraded call extensions, we are going to allow any business phone number to show in a call extension on all devices. Also a new change. Previously, you needed to use a Google forwarding number. Not anymore. Now advertisers can use their own business phone number. This means that advertisers in countries that don't yet have Google forwarding numbers can still generate call traffic on desktop and tablet devices in addition to mobile. By moving your phone number from your description line to a call extension, you're freeing up valuable space that you can use for a call to action. And you're making available powerful features like Google forwarding numbers and call extensions for calls and call tracking as well. Advertisers should utilize call extensions on all devices. This is a huge recommendation when it comes to the new build of Enhanced Campaigns. Basically, it gives you an opportunity to take away the clunky number setting that was built into Creative previously and gives you the chance to use that space to feature a stronger call to action in your ad creative. So let's recap on this section. With Enhanced Campaigns, scheduling or day part call extensions become available. That's number one. Number two, call extensions can now show on all devices with no fee for PCs and tablets. Number 3, call extensions can be created at an ad group or campaign level. And finally, new editorial policy disallows phone numbers in ad text. Advertisers must move their phone number to a call or location extension, making it much easier for customers to connect with businesses. Okay, now we'll move on to our third and final section of today's session, which is upgraded site links. Add site links, what has improved? So, like call extensions, you'll be able to create site links at both the campaign or ad group level instead of just at the campaign level with existing legacy campaigns. When it comes to approvals, they can now be done at the site link level rather than the legacy campaign cluster review at the campaign level, as previously done with legacy campaigns. Instead of performance stats resetting to 0 after any edit, you're now able to do editing in line and retain all performance history. Reporting can be as granular as at the site link level rather than cluster reporting for combined site links. And finally, you'll now be able to select mobile preferred functionality to ensure optimal consumer context targeting with site links. So to be 100% clear, I think now we'll address what does upgrading actually involve. Right? So if we call these things out, site links are not automatically upgraded when you migrate your account to enhanced campaigns. First and foremost, migrating to enhanced campaigns is a separate process to upgrading your site links. This won't happen automatically. This is your choice when and where you do this. Campaign level site links will be broken apart as a cluster and recreated as new extensions. When you choose to upgrade your existing campaign site links, they are broken out so that each site link becomes an extension on its own. Performance statistics are not migrated, so they will still be available for manual export. You can still access historical stats via the deleted extensions on the Not Upgraded subtab within the user interface. And finally, site links will be resubmitted for approvals review. So important to note here, as our policy regarding duplicate site links applies to all new and edited site links as well. So a quick snapshot of legacy versus enhanced campaign site link support. So site links in legacy campaigns, as it stands, are campaign level creation and management only, no upgraded functionality. Right? So when it comes to the improvements with enhanced campaigns, these are our 3 core ones. Campaign level creation and management, no upgrade functionality. Campaign level creation and management using upgraded functionality. My apologies. And ad group level creation and management using upgraded functionality. So campaign level and ad group level. Calling out, just as we did with our former section, these are the 2 upgrade options. So this is kind of the entry point to walking through the high-level comparison of site links features available in standard campaigns versus upgraded functionality now available to you in enhanced campaigns. Looking across these at a few different dimensions. These next slides actually address upgrade to all, upgrade all at once or campaign by campaign, and this is where we introduce our editing tool. So apologies for the technicality of what I'm about to take you through, but this hopefully will give you a snapshot on what's actually available in the UI. So to upgrade your existing site links, there are 5 key steps. The first one is to click the All Online Campaigns link on the left navigation window in AdWords. Click the Add Extensions tab as the second step. The third step is select View Site Links Extensions from the drop-down menu. The fourth one is select Upgraded from the drop-down menu. And the fifth is you'll see 2 tables. One for site links that you can create for your campaigns, and the second for site links that you can create for your ad groups. Whether you decide to upgrade all your site links at once, or you do this over time, You can easily switch between your upgraded and not upgraded site links using the drop-down menu adjacent to your site links extension in the Add Extensions tab. As I mentioned, your historic site links performance metrics do not get carried across during upgrading, but you can refer back to these using the not upgraded view. To create a new site link, navigate to the upgraded view in the Add Extension tab of your campaign. Clicking Edit beside Site Link Extension Settings opens up a green drawer. Click Plus New Site Links, bring up the Sample Creation box, fill the site link name and destination URL, save, and you're done. The new site links will appear on the right-hand side of the drawer. Again, I do apologize for not being able to give you a live example of how this works. The best experience is when you actually get into the user interface yourself. So creating new upgraded site links for your ad group. As I've mentioned, the key benefit of upgraded site links is the ability to create site links at the ad group level so you can support more granular deep links. Creating ad group site links is done in the very same way as campaign site links, just using a different button. Open the Site Links Extension Overrides button to start, which we see down there on the left. Ad group level site links act as an override. By default, all ad groups use campaign settings. If you define site links for ad group, only they will serve. There is no union of site links at the campaign or ad group level. Given you can now create many more site links at a granular level, we've helpfully built a new copy and edit function to give you guys an extra hand. If you want to copy an existing site link for quick editing, you can use these pencil icons beside the site link to do so. No more duplication of site link writing. Here's a use case that combines copy edit and another new feature, scheduling. Let's say we wanted to copy the sweater dresses link we created earlier as an example that we're running on screen at the moment. That's currently running now, given it's still quite cold in some parts of the world. But we want to set up a site link for tank dresses that we want to start running in the next few weeks as the weather starts to get warmer. You can use the copy and edit feature to copy our sweater site link, rename it, and then use the start or the started date scheduling option to decide in advance when and where this should show. It's as simple as that, again, maintaining all your historical trending legacy. A lot of what we're doing with our upgrade ad extensions is to better support your use cases for the ever-growing usage of mobile. Sitelinks is here to help you do that. Going back on our site link creation page, same thing if you want to do an edit scenario. You have the option of checking a box to indicate this is the mobile preferred version of things, meaning our system will take that signal into account when serving your site links. So an example here would be you prefer to drive mobile users to stores versus your website, so you want to add mobile-specific site links to your store locator and in-store promotion. Okay, per site link performance statistics. Basically, it is as it appears on the screen from a reporting perspective. So the example is here, number of clicks on any part of my ad when the site link appears. This gives you an example of how the UI actually comes to life and how the reporting tool actually functions as well. This is completely exportable too. Okay, this extension versus other segmentation. Again, from a reporting function, how we can actually break out through the Ad Extensions tab, how performance actually looks across each individual site link that you're running. Fairly simple when it comes to the actual breakdown of data. Again, fully exportable, so that you've got 100% clarity over how performance looks at large. Okay, so to summarize on ad site link upgrades, what's improved with ad site links? You'll be able to create site links at both the campaign or the ad group level. Approvals can now be done at the site link level. You'll now be able to edit inline and retain all performance history, as we've just seen. Reporting can be as granular as at the site link level, as we showed with the former user interface examples a moment ago. And you'll now be able to select mobile preferred functionality to ensure optimal consumer context targeting with site links. So all these upgrades have been in response to the constantly on-the-go consumer. We want to arm you guys as advertisers with the best possible targeting available, both from an intent and a context perspective. These upgrades are designed to maximize campaign performance by reaching consumers in moments that matter the most, when purchase intent is at its very highest. So with that, I want to move to our Q&A section. We're doing fairly well for time, I think. So I will open up to Dushan, who will take you through some of our Q&A. He'll call out some of the questions. Again, from a housekeeping perspective, the questions that are being asked across the board from all attendees in today's webinar actually aren't visible. So to make it easier for you, he'll read out the question and then provide you the answer as we go through it. While that's happening, on screen you'll see there is the survey that I mentioned up front. It would be hugely beneficial if everyone could please click on this and then fill out the 2-minute survey just to quickly review the content of here, and we can make sure that we're packaging our webinars after today in a fashion that is best suited to your needs. So with that, I will pass to Dushan for Q&A.
Hi there. As Erin said, my name's Dushan. I'm based in Google's Tokyo office, so I think we've got a pretty international call today. And the area that I sort of look after is mobile search for Asia Pacific. So let me have a go. This is going to be a bit odd. You're going to hear me read the question and then attempt to answer it. So yeah, let's kick off with the first question. So is call extensions available for emerging markets too, like the Philippines? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. I think basically it's the upgraded features are available anywhere that enhanced campaigns are available. So if you know that enhanced campaigns is available in the Philippines, and I believe it is, then call extensions will be available there too.
Yeah, so I can answer that one too, Dushan, if you like.
Sure.
So yes, the answer is call extensions are absolutely available in the Philippines. The challenge with what is available when it comes to call extensions is at the moment, in this part of the world, we cannot measure call extensions as conversions. However, extensions themselves are absolutely available, and we would seriously encourage, particularly in really strong mobile markets like the Philippines, to be building in call extensions to their ad site links as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Aaron. I think that actually your answer, Aaron, builds nicely to the next question, although this really isn't planned. So the next question is, what's a Google forwarding number? Now, in some ways, I can kind of say, please just ignore the phrase Google forwarding numbers and kind of forget about it. It's something that isn't available currently in Asia Pacific, and there are no plans that I know of to launch it. Just in brief, what it does for the lucky guys in the US and the UK and Germany that have this, it's almost like a piece of code in a phone number that allows AdWords to track certain information about the call. Now, it doesn't track what actually people say in the call, but it will track things like the duration of the call, and it will enable it to tie it back to the adverts. That's obviously a pretty powerful feature, but sadly, it's something that we don't yet have in Asia Pacific. So almost, if you hear Google forwarding numbers, for the moment, that's one thing that you can ignore at least. Okay, on to the next question. It's about what's not available in Southeast Asia. Basically, the only bit that was mentioned in the presentation in passing that isn't available in Southeast Asia, as far as I know, is Google forwarding numbers. So pretty much everything that you've seen is available. The next question on a related topic is, can we track when the users are called? The short answer is no. Unfortunately, again, it's the Google forwarding number. I sound like a bit like a stuck record on Google forwarding numbers.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably the most critical piece of information for this too, Dushan. So just on that same question, we can track them as clicks at the moment, but that's the extent to which we can actually track calls at the moment.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Thanks for adding that detail, Erin. Yeah, the number of clicks, which means when somebody has actually clicked on the call button or on the number in the ad, that's what we'll measure. On desktop and tablets, you're not charged for that click on the phone number, and obviously you can't physically make a phone call from the desktop or tablet. So next question. Again, I'm going to skip this one. It's on tracking again, and I think we've covered that. Okay, so next question after that is a pretty good one. So can you use upgraded call extensions with a legacy campaign, or do they require campaign migration as well? So the short answer is, if you want to use the upgraded extensions, you have to use it with an enhanced campaign. Okay. The next question. Will the existing site links when migrating to enhanced campaigns remain, or will we have to add the site links again? So I think, as Aaron pointed out in his presentation, the existing site links that you have will remain, and you'll have the option to upgrade them if you want to. But the good news is that they're not going anywhere, so no worries there. There's a question I'm not sure I understand about putting the ad group name next to the site link title. I think what the person's trying to say is that will the ad group name be reflected in the site link itself, or can I write something different than my ad group name, maybe for tracking purposes for my own notes, than I write in the ad? And yes, you can. That's fine. Next, a question on quality score. And so, if things are migrated, does that mean that we lose all the quality score information? The short answer is no. It's retained. I think the thing to remember is that whenever you make a change to an ad, that will actually change how things are viewed. And that my view on quality score is that actually recency is much more important than the sort of historical stuff. I know people tend to worry about sort of their quality score that they built up over time, but actually I think it's how is your ad performing in the auction right now that's the most important thing. The history stuff, as far as I know, kind of becomes less and less important as time goes by, and so it's really the most recent stuff that the auction takes into account. So then we've got another question on enhanced campaigns in general. So even on enhanced campaigns, can we still opt out for mobile and create just a mobile campaign? So the answer here, unfortunately, is not. But the reason behind that is sort of pretty important. It's sort of Google's philosophy and why they're doing these enhanced campaigns. The idea is that users are moving across all devices, so they've tried to make a tool that's seamless, that moves with them. And in some ways, if you want to think of it like this, that don't worry about which devices they're on, don't worry about creating separate campaigns yourself. Let Google figure out that complexity and serve the right ad to them. And so some of these things, like the mobile preferred site links, that's how you can say you can give extra detail to Google and say, well, if they're on a mobile, please show them this. That's the idea. There's the next question. Can we edit call extensions in bulk? That's an excellent question. Essentially, you can if you use the API. There isn't a way in the current version of Editor to edit the questions in bulk.
Dushan, I think I might address, there's a follow-up question to one we've already answered. So the question is, so to clarify, we can't measure how many people exactly press the call button. We actually can. We can measure that. We just can't measure, basically what happens is when you click on the call button, it takes, from a mobile device, when you click on the call button, it takes you to your number page on your phone, and then you click in to make that call. The limitation to what we can measure is as soon as that call button has been clicked on, just like any other search ad, that click is registered. But whether the consumer then chooses to then dial the number after they've clicked on that call button, we can't actually track at this stage in this part of the world. Hopefully that answers your question.
Then there's a question on site links, which I will attempt to answer, but I think may require some follow-up from our team as well. So it's, can site links drive traffic to outside your domain? So for example, a Facebook fan page or mobile app download. So I think it's okay as long as you've got sort of express legal permission from the site owner. Sometimes that can be a bit tricky with some of the sort of social networks where they don't in effect own the page. But I think it's okay. But again, we'll follow up on that.
Yep.
So the character limits for site links. Site link, the new limit has gone down to 25 characters. So then another question. The number of site links would be the same as desktop campaigns, which means we could add 10 site links and the system can display 6 at one time. I think that's asking, is the number of site links displayed on mobile the same as desktop? And I don't think that's true. I think it's two. Well, I think it depends where you show on the mobile system, but I think it's two. Again, we'll get back to you on the nuts and bolts of that. So there's a question on third-party tracking. This is actually, I think we're going to have to wait. As far as I know, most of the third-party vendors haven't yet announced their sort of feature compatibility with enhanced campaigns. Now, yeah. I mean, it's possible through the API. So if they sort of match, if they've got feature parity with the API, then it should be possible. But I think we'll need to wait, and it depends on the third party as well.
Yeah. So to add to that, with our third parties, this month is the month that we intend to have all of that wrapped up. It's still kind of a work in progress as they're catching up with the enhancements themselves. So by the end of this month, a new round of FAQs as well as additional information on third parties will go out to all of our advertisers. So stay tuned on that one. So then the next question is, can we create site links at an ad group level via AdWords Editor? The very short answer is yes, you can. That feature should be available in the latest version of AdWords Editor. There was a new release, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, so do check that you've downloaded the latest version, and if you have that, then it should work. Another question on enhanced campaigns in general. So is it compatible and trackable with DS3? The short answer is yes. I think I saw a release the other week about DS3 announcing it. There are sort of, I don't know the fine detail of exactly which features, but I think its most mainstream features are. So I think that's I think we've reached the end of the questions there. Yeah, we have. So, Dushan, thank you for addressing those questions. That's great. If any questions come through in the next couple of minutes, we'll make sure that we get a detailed email response back to those that have sent them through. I want to make sure that every single question that's come across has been addressed and everybody feels comfortable with the information shared. So we are approaching 45 minutes. I want to make sure that we're giving everyone enough time to get back to their business of the day. So in summary, I just want to highlight a note of thanks to everybody for joining today. Particularly, Dushan, thank you again for chiming in there with your Q&A responses there. And a huge thanks to everybody that's managed to jump on the line today. I understand this information is very, very technical, but rest assured that your account managers and your single points of contact at Google will work with you to make sure that any issues you have, any questions you've got are being appropriately answered and addressed. For those of you, as I said, that still have unanswered questions, we'll have a response back to you in the next day or two. A link containing this session in video format will be sent to you within the next week as well, in case there's any information you've missed or stuff that you'd like to reiterate or highlight once again. As I said earlier in today's session, our next session will be on Tuesday, the 19th of March, which will be 203, location bid adjustments on enhanced location targeting and enhanced location targeting strategies. So with that, I hope to speak to you all then. And once again, thank you for your attendance today.